The volunteers from local villages were searching for human remains and for documents. But this is work for professional investigators, not the untrained or the casual. Nearby, the emergency services were still removing bodies. 197 passengers of flight MH17 have now been recovered. There was a calmer atmosphere. European observers were given full access to the site after days of obstruction. This may well be down to international pressure on the rebels' leaders.
Now that the OSCE have arrived again today, there is some attempt to establish a proper cordon to allow them to go around and inspect the site and see what remains of the crash. We're being moved back now, as you can see, as the cordon is pushed further out by the militia. Important to remember that they still are the power here.
It is the rebels who now hold this, one of 2 flight data recorders recovered 2 days ago. They've promised international investigators will have access whenever they arrive. But today we obtained from local rebels extraordinary footage of how they acted shortly after the crash, tipping out people's belongings. But also what they said. It gives a picture of surprise. They're foreigners, a voice says. Who allowed them to fly over here? The footage reveals an already determined search for vital evidence. I think this is the black box, a voice says. Let's have a look at it. He's wrong. The search goes on. Then the rebel says, we seem to have found one black box already. We need to find the other. And another order. Collect all the memory sticks. Information is the most important thing. Why did these militia give us their tape? Possibly because they believe their unit hasn't done anything wrong. I spoke to the man who filmed and gave orders. The allegation is that you and your men took away people's belongings and bodies.
We looked at their belongings because we were searching for documents. Then we put them in a truck and took them away for sorting.
The tape offers an insight into how one group of rebels behaved in the aftermath of the crash, but it doesn't offer any proof about who brought down the plane. Only an independent international investigation has any hope of conclusively establishing that. 3 days after the crash, there's still no sign of that probe even beginning. Fergal Keane, BBC News, Eastern Ukraine.